Hi, thanks for watching and welcome to another episode of Heart Peak Outdoors. My name's Trey, and I think I've got a pretty good one for you today. It's August 22nd. It's 6:30 in the morning. We've just gotten the boat. I dropped the trailer off at Dad's with the four-wheeler, switched to the boat, and we're going fishing. We're going to fish for some crappie. Here in North Mississippi on some of these lakes is world-class crappie fishing, and in the middle of August it's usually not real good, but I think we'll be able to catch them today. We're going to be spider rigging. I'm not really the big time fisherman, so I'll let my dad go through all of the strategy or his thought process or whatever it is we're doing. I'm a cameraman today for this trip, so that should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it anyway. Yesterday I got permission on a new piece of private land that I am incredibly excited about. This is a place that hasn't been hunted. It's nasty and bushy and overgrown and just looks fantastic. Looks absolutely fantastic. It's not a very large piece. It's about 80 acres. I'm gonna go scout that sometime soon. It may not be on this episode. That may be next episode, because this one's full up, man. And oh, the teal draw. I got drawn for teal. So did everyone that I know of that applied. So potentially everyone that applied got drawn, but I got drawn. And so did my dad, so did my brother. So we've got a teal hunt coming up in less than a month. In the middle of September, I'm gonna be duck hunting. We're gonna go to duck camp. That's freaking awesome. I can't wait. I don't know anything about teal hunting, except I've never done it, and I love hunting things I've never hunted before. That's, I don't know, never duck hunted in September, that's for sure. And so I'm stoked. I'm absolutely jacked up about this hunt. I've got a lot of stuff to get together between now and then, but next time I see you, we'll be on the water, God willing.
So we're on Enid Lake on the I-55 corridor in North Mississippi. I like Enid Lake. I live fairly close to here, but the main reason I like it, it's a smaller lake. It has good quality fish in it, an incredible forage base of threadfin shad, so the fish are very healthy. But the main reason I like it is that there's not a lot of pleasure boating. I'm in a fairly small 16-foot aluminum boat, so the wakes are problematic and annoying more than anything. But what we're going to do today, it's August 22nd, so we're late summer spider rigging primarily for white crappie, or crappie as they're called in Mississippi. These are incredible lakes for that. The minimum requirement is anything over 12 inches for you to keep it. And that's a large crappie. If we're fortunate, we'll catch some of those, but we'll also catch some 14 to 16 inch crappie today. We'll talk about rigging here in just a little bit, but what we've done is we've ridden around on this flat that's out here in the lake, and again, I mentioned threadfin shad. We're seeing giant balls of those, anywhere from 7.5 to 15 feet deep, and the crappie will hold under those. What we'll do is we'll cruise along with 4 poles out. They'll have 2 baits on them, minnows and jigs, and a combination of those, and they'll be about 2.5 feet, something like that, apart. And so what we're looking for, we'll set at various depths, and we'll determine after an hour or so which depth is getting hit the most, and we'll adjust all the rods to that depth and continue to troll around. Slow trolling, or spider rigging it's called. So let's get started. Yeah. I got it. He ate it.
Yeah. Show me again.
Yeah. That's a typical Enid crappie. Probably 12.5 inches. We'll measure here in a minute. They have to be over 12 inches for you to keep them, but they're just beautiful fish. See how dark he is? Just really, really pretty. We're fishing in about 21 feet of water. We caught this fish probably 15 to 16 feet deep. He just, as you saw, just swallowed that jig. We're at a world-class fishery. We're looking for fish that are actually larger than this. And I don't really want to keep a lot of fish. I've got enough in the freezer, but my UPS man asked me to catch him some, so he'll come by later this evening and pick these up. Let's measure this fish and see if he'll keep. I believe he will. That fish is over 14 inches long, so he's definitely a keeper. So he's going in the live well. We'll get baited back up and back at it. You'll notice my anchor chain has stopped us right here, so
You're hooked up on the right.
that one is super deep. It's small.
It looks small to me. There he goes.
Bottom of the jig. It's a little one. But believe it or not,
Measure him.
a lot of parts of the country, people would keep this fish.
Measure him.
Yeah, he's about 9 inches.
All right.
We'll measure him just for curiosity's sake.
What do you got?
He's 11 3/4. So he's
Told you to measure him.
He's almost a keeper. Alright, let's get baited back up. That fish was deep. That fish was probably 16 or 18 feet deep. I'm watching for that rod tip to go in the water, or at least tremble. If it trembles, one hit it lightly.
There you go. Yep.
A little bit better fish.
A little bit.
Again, hit the bottom jig. Again, not a monster, but you know, nice little frying size fish. If we can catch a bunch of fish, we can cull some. Keep only the big ones. That one's just 13. Two in the live well. Bait up, pick them up. We're moving at about 0.5 miles per hour. We could be going a little bit faster. And if I want to do that, I just pulled in some of my chain so less chain is out as far as rope is attached to the chain. But we just picked two up going at this speed, so we're going to try this for a little while. As much as the speed, I'm concerned with the angle of my line in the water. I want it at a slight angle, and we've got that right. good.
Mm-hmm.
This one. That's big. Looks real good. I haven't seen one. This is good. Not a giant, but bigger than we've been catching. That's the first one.
In 23 feet of water. Oh, that's a good one. Turn this here, show him. Hang on just a second.
Fish, not a monster.
Hang on just a second.
Not a monster, but pretty decent.
Oh, goose.
Let's see how long. 14 and a half.
And that is number 3 in the box.
He doesn't jump out, jump over the side.
There's a slab we're looking for.
That's more of a slab. Yeah, see, that's more like it. More like it. It's the kind you don't even have to measure, you know. But we're going to, just for curiosity's sake.
15 inches.
And that fish will weigh a pound and a quarter, maybe a little more. That's what we're after. Those fillets are large. Makes it nice. You know, so that's what we're looking for. That's what we call a Mississippi slab. They get bigger, but for this morning, that was the big fish of the morning. Curiously, they all bit on a multicolored jig that was at the bottom of my rig, but it's slow this morning. Beautiful weather. Temperature is off several degrees. The water last week was 88 and 89 degrees. It's 81 degrees this morning, so I don't know if that's kind of knocked them off as far as the bite. Early on, the bites that we were getting were just, the rod tip would barely tremble. Later on in the morning, they'd go down. We missed quite a few, but I mean, that's part of it. So it's noonish. Trey has to go do some deer scouting, and I'm going to go down to the timber and do some vertical jigging. I brought a rod or two to do some vertical jigging just off the bow of the boat. And I have plenty of minnows here, so I'll end up back on a 19 to 23 foot flat on up the lake that I've caught a lot of fish off of in the past. And so I'm going to try that for the afternoon bite. We'll see what happens. It's lunchtime now, though. Y'all have fun.